Guatemala marching bands of materialist. Ladies and gentlemen.
Oh, fuck's sake. Here goes that fucking mad hatter again, mate. I can't believe we came here, mate, on this tour. Just think, mate, we had the chance to go on tour with fucking Ed Sheeran and fucking H. But what did we do? We fucking listened to our manager and fucking went on tour with this fucking pair of sax. It's fucking purgatory.
You know what he puts in his hot dog?
Shite. I wish I just fall into one of them fucking Warpoles he keeps fucking banging on about. Have it fucking done with.
Quiet please, ladies and gentlemen, that time of our evening is upon us. For proceedings to begin, and we now ask that each of you be seated and prepare to bear witness to this carnival extraordinaire, circus of the human soul. Journey with us through the looking glass and down the rabbit hole, where you shall be amazed and mesmerized in equal part by unnatural skills of lyrical dexterity, verbal showmanship, and thine illiest beats, or by intricate wordplay, alliteration, braggart, pun, double entendre, poured thick and heavy atop sickening rhymes. But do not think this shallow entertainment, for we reach out to you from the greater depths. Both Mr. Lee and myself are storytellers of the realm, masters of ceremony, who visit from a less physical plane known to you outsiders as the Underside. Over years of study, we have come to know the unlimited powers of language, creator and destroyer of worlds, maker of creation itself. Sadly reduced in your crude dimension to pedestrian tasks, keeping record who owns this and that, is up or down, as mortal men are blown like flowers pollen in winds of fate, convinced in stupidity and hubris of their own authorship when Lady Luck should shine upon them, yet cursing the heavens above and all the world should the tide then turn against them. The truth is that destiny pays us no matter. What is what was, and what has always been. Yet there was a time visitors from our Underside came to demonstrate a different way of being to you mortals. Those who built the great pyramids lifted huge stones but exerted no effort, traveled galaxies yet needed no craft, knew of the vibrational powers of language to shape frequencies of sound so they resonate with powers of magnitude beyond anything known to you mortal men. Language is key to unlocking dimensions, transcending time and space, a vehicle by which we move instantaneous. This is the true magic of the Underside. Ladies and gentlemen, for those of a nervous disposition easily disturbed by shifts in the paradigm, we kindly ask that you take this final opportunity to leave the auditorium as quickly as you can, and whilst there is still time. To those of you brave, or perhaps stupid enough to stay, we congratulate. Let it be clear that what follows is born of perilous journey, undertaken by both Mr. Lee and myself in thirst for knowledge and to know the power of word. We found it in shadowed temples guarded by sacred lineages, holy men in the desolate desert badlands, grotesque demons who feed upon naked fear in the dreamlands, and whom we hunt for bounty, but who also have great knowledge and much to teach. Over time we gained trust and learned many secrets. We have sat with visionary monsters and vapish nightmares who prophesize your own future and say it is a strange and alien one. One day you shall kneel in worship to your own technological creations, who even now progress at such accelerated speeds that you teeter on the brink of singularity without even knowing. The end of your kind is close, the guillotine about to fall. Ladies and gentlemen, tonight we will demonstrate a little of that which is known in the Underside, and which again will be known in your own dimension, but by your silicon descendants and future deities. I shall now turn you over to my esteemed colleague, Mr. Lee. Clear your minds, focus on the beat, and let yourself be carried by the power of his rhyme.
Everything's made of matter, look deep inside, molecules rapidly vibrating. Break that down to the next step. That's atoms moving and quaking. Place the atom under a microscope. Visions filled by electrons shaking. It's evident that everything is made of sound, not just you and me and the speaker vibrating. Turn feeling into thoughts, manifest it properly, in turn that into worthless property. It's been told long ago in the prophecy, the sands of time shift slow, but we're stuck in the quicksand, live in a lottery, hollow as pottery. With a flick of a wrist, they can leave us trick piss, no fix. Derelict property. They tried in the past to shut down a show, but there ain't no stopping we. With the power that we possess, through rhymes and words can manifest anything. Open up wormholes, buckle up your seatbelt, you better sit properly. Snort what we want, but the way that it's gotta be. Got a lucid mind state, slipping in and out of dream worlds. Walk to the underside, effortless hopping, see? Many lifetimes sat on the mountainside, learning lessons of language. It's about high time that we share those teachings. Break off the shackles of anguish. Algorithm reading, tune into our frequency. Forget about the bandwidth, time stands still. Fro stood standing, now take that moment. Duplicate it 10 times over with 10 different endings. Now we're getting closer. Now duplicate it 10 times more, roll it over. Stick it in a pot and mix it, stack it like a pyramid. Now it's getting vivid, getting locked, getting fixed in. Take 10 steps back, times 10, and view it from a distance. See the door in the middle, approach the handle and lift it. Draw the door back slow, don't wanna rip the fabric. Not a risk you can live with. Now slowly through the corridor alive, towards the purple light. Don't be distracted by the giggles of mischief. As the corridor pushes up to a great height, you can feel your mind start lifting. Don't let go just yet, there's 2 more flights. Pun intended, your mind starts drifting. Now you feel your grasp on reality leaving. Don't fight it, risk it. Thrown into the light, you're lifted. Lifted. Out far beyond this galaxy drifting. Time becomes empty, worthless, distant. Your whole life flashes past in the blink of an eye. Is this it? Is this the time? Only darkness surrounds now, all gone in an instant. Thrust away from the light, feels like the end. Memories are distant. On a journey to the brink, scriptless, listless existence. Where will it end? We've arrived, we're here. Repent for your sinning. On the cusp of hell's gate, the end of the living. Breathe, relax, but this is not the end. It's merely a brand new beginning. Prepare to be born again, and again, and again. As our journey commences, we restart the cycle. Come with us, a new vision of living.
Penguin from the Chilean coast, calling Pingu. I drive a late 80s classic red Ford Escort 1.6G reg. Pingu sits in the passenger seat, cruising down the M23 West Croydon to Brighton. Listen to the Sex Pistols, anarchy in the UK. God save the Queen. My rock hopper got punk sensibilities. Wears a denim jacket, silver nose ring, gels his hair into a mohawk, gloves. De Niro taxi driver Travis Bickle. Sometimes catch him in front of the downstairs mirror asking, "You talking to me?" We stop at Peace Spotted Services. On the way down I get a coffee. He likes an ice cream, Dr. Pepper Mars bar. Got a sweet tooth, could be worse though. When I took him in he was getting through a bottle of Russian vodka daily. Haunted by the memories of when the killer well wiped out his entire family.
Before we moved to the UK, a refugee with bad PTSD, self-medicating. He's come a long way since, but he sometimes still miss home. So in contest, a few chop bars and a nutty magnum ain't doing too much harm to my rock, a penguin pingu from the Chilean coast. Nutty magnum, nutty magnum, nutty magnum, pingu from the Chilean coast. He loves a nutty magnum, nutty magnum, on a sunny Sunday afternoon drive down to Brighton. Nutty magnum, nutty magnum, nutty magnum, pingu from the Chilean coast. He loves a nutty magnum, on a sunny Sunday afternoon drive down to Brighton town. He likes to visit his Antarctic cousins at the Brighton Aquarium and pay respects to the Emperor. It's always a little bit of sweet though, as he stares at them through the glass, sometimes catching a glimpse of his own reflection. And I wonder if he wonders if he's on the right path, made the right choice. Then who else are you talking to? I'm the only one here. After a moment's contemplation, we move on. Now we in the Amazon, and the neon tetras looking so iridescent. Blue and red neon shimmering, the world's getting that trippy feeling, that connection to everyone and everything. Me and Pingu the penguin, all on the pebble beach and listen to the tide washing in. It's the sound of eternity, and we are just grains of sand, lost within the vastness of it all and everything. We play a bit of crazy golf, but I'm losing all sense of time and space. Suddenly I find myself with a colony on the Chilean coast. Meet the ancestral family, deep dive, catch fish, then let the sun kiss my skin and dry off my silky black wings. Me and Pingu sat on the pier eating fish and chips, and when the seagulls swoop down, try and grab one, he always tries to whack them, says, fuck them seagulls, fuck them seagulls. That's what he's always shouting. Pingu loves a nutty magnum on a sunny Sunday afternoon drive down to Brighton. Fuck the seagulls, 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 fuck the seagulls. Pingu loves a nutty magnum, sings fuck the seagulls, fuck the seagulls, fuck the seagulls, oh fuck the seagulls. Pingu, he'd sit like the cat that got the cream out on the pier with his cod and chips, always making sure that he had the lion's share, wolfing them down into shapes of a lamb's tail, like a moth to a flame fox in a hen house, bull in a china shop. Pingu wouldn't hurt a fly when it came to his fish and chips. He was eagle-eyed, the seagulls never stood a chance, and I tell him that it's a dog-eat-dog world. Every dog has its day, and this was always Pingu's when the world became his oyster, and he took the bull by the horns. Pingu loves a nutty magnum, sings fuck the seagulls. Oh, Pingu loves a nutty magnum, a nutty magnum, he sings fuck the seagulls, fuck the seagulls.
I mean, what is the underside? I mean, that's a big fucking question, isn't it? I mean, if I got a quid, got a pound, yeah, for every time I was asked what the underside is or where is the underside, I'd have about £3.50. See what it is, the underside, it's like, imagine, yeah? Imagine a big circus, yeah? In fact, well, not a circus, it looks like a circus, but it's a plane, like a cargo plane. Yeah, like a cargo plane.
Yeah, like a cargo plane.
Well, it's not really like a proper circus. Like, there is clowns and that, you know. I mean, is it really there? I was there. I've been there. There's ways to get there. I don't remember how you get there. But there is other ways to get there. Imagine lots of planes, yeah, and lots of circuses, yeah. But when you smash them all together, I mean, kind of a pyramid. Imagine, if you would, Noah's Ark. Yeah, but not like this wooden ark. A bit more like something out of War of the Worlds or something like that, with big fuck off legs, like walking about. Mixed with a circus and a big plane, like a cargo plane.
Cargo plane?
But I know how to get there, but I can't remember how to get there. Well, there is a way to get there. There's multiple ways to get there. There's tunnels and rivers and valleys and all these different fucking ways to get there. But how would you get there? I think the purgatory is actually there as well.
Cargo plane.
You could just be sat talking to a fucking squirrel in a leotard, yeah? But then the next day, it's just normal. What's not to understand? When I were a lad, and Grandad Bill used to tell me, but he's off his tits, so...
During the post-apocalyptic cyber age, many bounty hunters, bandits and thieves ambled through the glitch-ridden dreamscape, but none feared or revered as much as the two hunters who crossed into the Badlands from opposite divides. Although time didn't really exist, it was only a matter of moons until their paths entwined.
Propping up a bar fresh back from a Badlands, sipping on bourbon. Lost in the days, my eyesight's hazy. Feel like I'm floating, my legs ain't working. It's 11 in the morning, 11 at night. I can't see shit, so I can't be certain. But wait, who's that creeping in my side door? A small tall guy with a peg leg eye patch and a black and white turban. 6 shoot on his waist, there's a dark cloud lurking. Knew I should have stayed down the creek, getting blazed with a herbsman. Gave a nod to the barman to pour me a gin to calm my nerves some. Before the glass hits my lips, click bang, caustic burning. Luckily the peg leg's bad with the grip, as me being normal and I'm slurping. Only grazed my hip, he cocks by the hammer but it jams, could have been curtains. I reach down and grab a bar stool and hurl it. Not my first choice but it's all I gotta work with. It's like I lit the fuse, all hell breaks loose. Shit's flying everywhere, piano plays on, shots start bursting. Screaming, yelling, swearing, cursing. Lost in my limbs, I get one hand on my turban, other hand on his rear leg, lift him up and start twirling. Don't know a lot but I know one thing, it's going out the window, that's for certain.
Blown like tumbleweed, blown like tumbleweed, like tumbleweed. From bar to bar, blown like tumbleweed, blown like tumbleweed, blown like tumbleweed, like tumbleweed. From bar to bar, blown like tumbleweed.
The day had been neither here nor there. The usual aches and pains and quiet despair of a bounty hunter about killing demons in the dreamlands. Now on my way to collect, having decapitated a 10-foot spider, head of a human who loved nothing more than shouting obscenities. Couldn't say what time it was, cause I never learnt to tell time, and the clocks don't work here neither. Spider's head whipped under me arm. Anyone else would have thought our man's covered in blood, all thick and black and a horrible odour. It weren't the best of days, but it weren't the worst neither. Past the bar, piano man bashing out the usual, when a tall short fella with a peg leg and a turban crashed towards me straight through a window, head knocked out of my hand, hitting the ground, disintegrating in a cloud of smoke. Bad dreams back to the ether that cost me a full day's work and the life of someone just about to get murdered. Now I'm the type of man always aiming for fairness when I portioned the blame out, and it occurred to me that this weren't the fault of the tall short man but the one who thrown him. This peg leg was merely an object. What I needed was to get acquainted with the subject and make him the object of some of my righteous anger.
Blown like tumbleweed, blown like tumbleweed, like tumbleweed. From bar to bar, blown like tumbleweed, blown like tumbleweed, blown like tumbleweed, like tumbleweed. From bar to bar, blown like tumbleweed.
British Bulldog. We're going down to Canvas Sands. Gonna sit on that beach, even if it's only 15 degrees. The wind's blowing sand up in my face. The end of my B&H. I'ma smile through gritted teeth and act like it's a nice day. Take Grandad out the home for the day, he don't remember me, and he thinks that the missus is Susie with the lazy eye and the plastic candy. Fucking hates Sandra, so I don't mind. Not that he called her a name. Fat lazy cunt, tea leaf, pisshead, slapper, slag. He was more into his nouns and he weren't wrong neither. The kids think her two best friends are called Molly and Coke, cause she's always on phone telling them to drop over. Spends her days sat on sofa, diazepam takes the edge off of daytime TVs, fake tans, luminescent white teeth, ordering shit off eBay, Amazon, vibrating rabbits so big they'll bring an elephant to orgasm. You can't choose or you fall in love with. Me, Sandra, 2 kids, and Grandad Bill with dementia, going down to Canberra Sands. Sit on that beach even if it's only 15 degrees, and Grandad's talking a lot of shit, wondering where my nanny is. She's been dead 15 years, Grandad, and a bloke called Keith. Grandad's lost his teeth and his 40s ain't his glasses. His eyes look twice as big as scaring the kids. Soon stuck in gridlock. Sandra's talking shit about holiday to the pyramids. Feeling spiritual, mate. Kathy just had an out of body. Says in a former life she was an Egyptian queen. I thought she did porn. Me, Sandra, 2 kids, Grandad Bill with dementia, going down to Canberra. We're gonna sit on that beach even if it's only 15 degrees. Eat ice cream, buy a stick of rock, act like we're a real nice family. Out to the sea for the day, watch our P's and Q's. Ask Grandad if he needs a loo.
No, I don't need the toilet, but can I get a cup of tea please, Keith, and a sandwich with sand and cheese in? I went to Egypt once, it was fucking freezing. Did I ever tell you about the time that I played pool for a monkey with a dog on me head? You were still teething. Fuck with seagulls. I think it was the same year he shot George Bush. He was a small tall fella hiding in the ceiling. I'm hungry, can I have some grub? Remember when I was a lad, you give a cob the size of the bin lid. Gold plated and keys to a pub. For a tuppence, I still had chips to get the bus. Someone changed after that to buy beer for supping. He named Maggie Thatcher after me, you know. And have a few pence left to save for a rainy day. But it was always raining, cats and dogs. You were daft like you, mad as a bucket of frogs. You've lost your marbles and all your cogs. You're a few loaves short of a picnic. Ooh, me hip slipped. Knock it back in with your flip from your dipstick. Double chinny tin wag, Sandcastle's biscuits. Can we go to the waltzers? I wanna see your head spin. Little wet wipe, it's like pissing in an headwind. I think I need my tablets, I can't see for shit and there's crabs on me antlers. I need you sit down, you are sat down. Okay, Keith, help me change me pampers.
Oh, Grandad. Oh, you know I get panic attacks. Okay. Keith needs a nutty magnum. But I can get him one. Me, Sandra, 2 kids, and fucking Grandad with dementia. We're going down to fucking Canberra Sands. How many more times do I have to fucking say that? It's really great. It's fucking lovely! Have you ever seen an old man run for a magnum? Fuck me, they should get these geezers doing marathons. I finally catch him when the van pulls over, and then something my therapist would later describe as a big fuck-off breakdown occurs. Cause standing there is a 3-foot penguin with a red Mohican. At least I think I'm seeing one, and he ain't peaceful. He turns and asks, "Are you talking to me?" I pretend not to hear him. It's best to ignore your own hallucinations. But it don't bother Grandad, he pushes straight past him and tells the geezer that Keith's in need of a nutty magnum urgent. That don't go down with the penguin.
I don't know what the underside is, really. I'm just a bit confused by it all, to be honest. I'm a bit confused by it all, to be honest. I've lost an eye. But I mean, I've got all that on that, don't you? I do like a good onion, yeah. Not bad, nice gravy you've got, eh? It's alright. My understanding of the underside is it's a bit like an holiday camp, like Butlins or something. Like Butlins, you know. I used to go one of these, and I got a good bit of grub down there. There's an entertainment, a couple of bars. There's probably going to be some fighting or something at some point, and something like that. Penguins down there. Don't like that penguin much. I don't know if I like penguins or not. I'm not sure, to be honest. I don't know if I like him. You know, I once fucking swam. You know this? I once swam Gibraltar Straits in me fucking pyjamas. Yeah? I wasn't trying to get a badge for it out, you know. Well, you don't know down there. I don't know how you get there. No, I don't know how you get there. No. We're gonna go there again sometime, you know. I think it's underneath, you know. I once knew a fella who used to have a house full of pigs, and he used to fucking ride one down to Boozer. A fucking nutter, if you tell me. It weren't right. He's right there. I just come back from Barbers, yeah. Just been for a little shave, you know, a little turkey shave, yeah. You like that? Just a little turkey shave, yeah. Lovely, yeah. Love some of that. Oh, don't you? I once taught Keith Flint to ride a motorbike, you know. Did you know that? Yeah, I taught him myself, yeah. You know. Oh, you get the fuck out of my car. What do you mean your car? Do you mean get out your smack? Eh? I don't understand, mate. I was trying to tell Lee, my nephew. Was it my mate's grandson? Lee? I don't know what the old cunt's on about, to be honest. He's fucking doing my head in. Oh, fuck, I don't remember. Did he ever tell you? But when I used to play pool with a fucking dog on my head, he went mint, I tell thee.
You see, I'm an outsider artist. I'll dismantle you, take you to pieces, smear your insides on a canvas. Then someone looks for meaning in my madness. But that's art, isn't it? That's the art world. You see, your life is meaningless, worthless. Work it away for kids, could not care less. Have you put away first chance that they get? Dress it up saying things like it was done for the best. Final day spending care with dementia patients who don't remember when it smells of piss. Heavy-handed nurses paid minimum wages cause it won't progeny, then wanna get their hands dirty. Some don't have the language skills to be verbally coercive with the most stubborn of the OAPs, and so they're forced to use other means to get you to take those meds, get to bed, do it your told treat old man like kid. Is that the fond farewell that you always wished for? That's where you're heading, my friend, and it is what it is. Nothing good ever gonna come of it. We must stand face to face with defeat, embrace, accept it. Come on, my friend, let me lead you from this world as a king amongst the paupers, kidding themselves with fairy tales that they hide from the grim truth of the reaper. Let me lead you to the light and away from all these lies. Stick your wrist wide, take those eyes right out your head. You're not a person, you're an idea, a thought. Moment of reflection popping into my head for an instant, then you're gonna get barely remembered, lost in the midst of time. Let me lead you to the light and away from all these lies. Stick your wrist wide, take those eyes right out your head. You're not a person, you're an idea, a thought. Moment of reflection popping into my head for an instant, then you're gonna get barely remembered, lost in the midst of time. You see, I love to handle and need flesh and bone, blood and sinew, nature's raw materials. Isn't it quite incredible to meditate on the great intelligence that lay behind it all? Time, space, creation of matter, which coalesced to form galaxies, stars and planets. Single cells which one day evolved into us, worshipping an almighty. Such poetry, so wondrous. Give yourself to the source, I'll take the tongue and the vocal cords, and I push this knife deep in your stomach. Pull at the blade and tear at the flesh, all your screams buried inside. No one here during the folds of death. Briefly you'll share with me an intimate moment as I thrust my hands inside and start grasping around for vital organs, intestines, stomach, bloody livers. I'm looking for those human textures to smear upon my canvas, turn you from a human to an app. Let me lead you to the light and away from all these lies. Stick your wrist wide, take those eyes right out your head. You're not a person, you're an idea, a thought. Moment of reflection popping into my head for an instant, then you're gonna get barely remembered, lost in the midst of time. Let me lead you to the light and away from all these lies. Stick your wrist wide, take those eyes right out your head. You're not a person, you're an idea, a thought. Moment of reflection popping into my head for an instant, then you're gonna get barely remembered, lost in the midst of time.
Gone again, swallowed by the mist of a last drop of blood. Considers down your wrist, just a fable, just a fall, just a myth. What is this? Did I really slip again? Did I really get so pissed? Plotting rot a vagabond, sipping funny, letting rip. Slit a stomach on the canvas, getting grubby, smash a hip in the slayer's lair. Never stumble, never slip. No ceremony, just buried in the skip, no buried in the dirt. No holds barred when I'm getting into work. Till you see me on telly with spinning in a hearse. Beats get worried when I'm scribbling the verse. Come with a flurry, sporadic when I burst. Grey matter on a clean white sheet, paint picture with force, translate them into words. Rattling cages, been doing it for ages. Start spitting when I curse, really kissing when I spit. Always bring it heavy when I get it in my grip. Pressure building up, I'm about to let it rip. Twisted thoughts, beats and bars, I come well equipped. Turn up, then I rip it all to bits.
Let me lead you to the light and away from all these lies. Stick your wrist wide, take those eyes right out your head. You're not a person, you're an idea, a thought. Moment of reflection popping into my head for an instant, then you're gonna get barely remembered, lost in the midst of time. Let me lead you to the light and away from all these lies. Stick your wrist wide, take those eyes right out your head. You're not a person, you're an idea, a thought. Moment of reflection popping into my head, served up to these wonderful people, spending the evening watching Mr. Lee and Mr. Echo's Underside. Live with a rock copper penguin named Pingu from the Chilean coast. At least I used to think so. Now he's gone AWOL, done a Travis Bickle. Used to be happy with his natty magnum, and then he got a taste for the flake, not the Cadbury's, mind you. More Colombian, you wouldn't have believed it, but proof is in the pudding. Started dipping into the Peruvian penguin collection. Pissed it all away, straight up the nose like the Hoover Hemi. Messy night, slapping wings, deep house, drum and bass. I procured the white, sold it to him at a profit, then shared half. Watched him burn and crash, felt a little guilt, mixed feelings. Like the fella who kills his wife in a car crash, bang smash. But someone would have tucked him up with a load up off the shelf, laxative shitting all over the gap in the early hours. Can't be having that. I thought that he could handle it. He's Peruvian, they're all on it over there. But apparently your rock copper's more of a Mohican acid head. Stood on the beach, deep vibes, feeling in touch with the universe type of guy. Can honestly say you really haven't lived until you're with this full-blown penguin psychosis. His body swelled twice the size, his voice went high-pitched. Think of a giant helium balloon made out of a penguin. I was scared of popping him. Tried to calm him with a load of benzos where they only worsen things. He had the idea that a syndicate of killer whales were heading over to murder him. Cut him into pieces, had him served up as a gourmet dish in honor with the killer whale's mnemonic. Big bad blubbery Bob is the orca king. Actually, killer whale is neither PC nor accurate terminology in the oceans nowadays. The orcas are rallying against the negative connotations of a label that picks them as a psychopath. I didn't have a clue what to do with a crisis point like this, so I asked myself, what would Jehovah say? Of course, we needed a trip down to Camber Sands, get away from it all with some good old wholesome seaside fun. Pingu could roll down the dunes, I could finish off all his gear just as an act of sacrificial kindness. Throwing myself in front of the bullet, so to speak, getting off my tits in the process. That's the kind of nice guy I am. Friends help each other out at times like this. Am I talking a little fast? I think I'm having a cardiac arrest.
Hey, is that little penguin bastard? Oi, come here. Come here, you little bugger lugs, I'll beat you like your mother does. Suck my meat from your feet with me gummy gob like chubba chops. Leave you looking like a rubber duck. With the tummy tuck, I'll kick you up and down the street like a wet tracksuit full of muck and stuff. Little grubby bugger, got some powder on your beat with little nutters on the funny stuff. Little motherfucker, you're deep in shit, up to your eyeballs in mucky muck. Come here, I'll pluck you like a chicken, little chubby fuck. When I was a lad, I'd tackle bigger twats than you with an hand tied behind my back, with a dog on my head for the tusk of a woolly mammoth. I do it 7 days a week and twice on a Sabbath. I'ma tap your jaw if it stops swinging. Jumped up little penguin faggot, come here, let's have it.
Fucking little penguin gremlin. He never gave me back all the money I lent him. Too busy getting plastered, doing backflips down the sand dunes, squashing sand castles, crazier than batshit. Little penguin bastard, penguin bastard.
Fucking hell, what a load of piss, man. I ain't seen this much shite since I had that mutton fucking vindaloo from that cunt outside a artist restaurant. Swear there's a fucking fingernail in there.
I want to eat that
Seriously,
fucking
bruv,
shit.
what are we doing here? What the fuck is quantum physics? I thought this is hip hop.
and shit,
And gives you in the top
Fucking
hat, he's a
warples.
prick cunt. That
Fucking
dickhead Mr. Lee.
nutters.
Fucking hell, his mum and dad is
Nah,
fucking
that's a
uncle and aunt,
fucking
ain't they? He's a
inbred
missing link,
cunts,
bruv.
aren't they?
Seriously though. Feel that smashing this
Yeah,
place
I'm with
up.
you, mate.
Nah, that old man stinks of piss, you know. When it started
smell
streaming
you
down his leg, I was
cunts.
like, you better stop this fuckery or you're gonna get a slap
fucking
now,
have
you
him,
know.
mate, have him.
Don't even make no sense. Then I saw that penguin coming. This is men's, man.
fuck that
I swear them
little
two
penguin
write
cunt.
this shit are on
You should
meds.
fucking lock him
It's
in
the
the
Lee's
cupboard,
eyes
mate.
that bouncing around like a pinball machine. That echo, have you spoke to him? He's totally off his nut, bro. Seriously,
Fucking
boy.
on something, mate. Yeah, I reckon we should lock that little midget in the cupboard again, mate. Hey, you see that echo? Did you notice that? You seen his gloves? Seen his index finger? I reckon there's 2 fingers in that finger, old mate. I reckon there's 2 in there, you know. Fucking inbred bastards. You're right about that old fucking grandad, mate. He stinks of fucking piss. I'm sure he shat himself earlier. I'm sure I saw a little bit of shat by his ankles. Fucking old senile fucking trout sniffer, mate. Fucking dirty cunt. Nah, I ain't doing this shite anymore, mate. See you tomorrow. I'm going down fucking boozer tomorrow, mate. Fuck this shite. You won't catch me fucking here. I'm gonna tell him tonight. You better give me more fucking money, mate. Or you're gonna be fucking stuck. fucking dirty bastards. Can't be bothered with this shite anymore, mate. We're a fucking proper band, mate. Proper band. I was stuck in the fucking bush in Guatemala for fucking 36 days, mate. And I made more sense than this pair of fucking headbangers.
Oi, soft lads. What's going on here? Fucking mothers meeting? You're on in 5 minutes. Do your fucking blouses up and get out
Alright,
there,
mate. Fucking hell. Some cunt get that cunt a round of applause. He's finally grown himself a set of fucking balls. Sure he's on the fucking Peruvian, that cunt.
Ladies and gentlemen, I would like to introduce to you a very special part of your evening's entertainment during this intermission. A band known as The Echoes, who I'm sure you will be hearing much more of in years to come. Ladies and gentlemen, The Echoes! Stick with me, kid, I teach you all the ways of the world, tricks of the trade. Look at all these pot-bellied office workers on a pub lunch. See that big clock, it's a sheepdog. When the little hand hits, one bell rings, they come running in like Pavlov's dog did. Sit at desk to talk about the latest Netflix box set. Everybody's talking about it, it's a feedback loop, getting amplified, highly recommended, all agree, of course they do. On a nighttime commute, they all dream about being the hero, cause they never really figured out who they were at all. Live a life like clockwork, live a life ruled by the hour and the minute hand. I'm afraid that's it for today, no more time, shall we say. Same time, same place, same shit, different day, do it all again next week. Run around that wheel, nothing ever gonna change, keep on living life this way. You wanna live your life like clockwork, wanna live your life like clockwork, driven by the minute and the hour hands, managing the days and ways perfectly predictable. No alarms and no surprises, taking all your fears away. But that ain't a life being lived to me. Automated responses, you walk around in a daydream. Wanna live your life like clockwork, don't wanna live your life like clockwork, don't wanna live your life like clockwork, getting turned to push around by the minute and the hour hands. Don't wanna live your life like clockwork, you're living your life like clockwork, missing out on all the beauty here, making yourself a prisoner to it all.
Chained to the 9 to 5, subdued, no time to shine. Living in a prison like a big old factory line. Go to Magaluf with the boys every summer for a fortnight. Getting levered, fighting shaggy men, back to the grind. Clocking on, clocking off time, punctuated by deadlines. Find a white line to escape, creep inside, so beaten down, only shield is pride. The home is a castle, it's a place to hide from the dark night, schools and ghosts that creep outside. Drop a curtain, switch on the box, appetite's insatiable. It's a feast of lies, make the dinner, set the table, take a piece of pie. Wash it down with a glass of death, flick on the news, views designed to deceive, divide. The enemy is public, we believe the hype.
You wanna live your life like clockwork, wanna live your life like clockwork, driven by the minute and the hour hands, managing the days and ways perfectly predictable. No alarms and no surprises, taking all your fears away. But that ain't a life being lived to me. Automated responses, you walk around in a daydream. Wanna live your life like clockwork, don't wanna live your life like clockwork, don't wanna live your life like clockwork, getting turned to push around by the minute and the hour hands. Don't wanna live your life like clockwork, you're living your life like clockwork, missing out on all the beauty here, making yourself a prisoner to it all.
What the underside is things like no one's got a bloody clue, have they, except for Ultra and Mr. Nee's son. It's like a dream here, yeah? You know, like when you're dreaming, yeah? Suddenly you're like, oh, what am I doing here? And then you're like, you go, let's go and see John, yeah? Suddenly John's there, isn't it? Don't have to go and see him. In this underside, it's like, you think about it, and that it's done. It's funny. You know when you like think of an idea, yeah? And then firstly you think of the idea, don't you? Let's say I think of chips, yeah? But I don't have chips there in the hand, like straight away. Got bleeding, get in the car, pull out. What's that for, you know, right? Speed him around the corner again. He's bloody nut job he is. I told him about that. How many times? He's going to run someone over one day. They say, like, most accidents happen within the first, like, half a mile of your bleeding house, innit? Well, most people don't fucking drive much further than that, do they? Drive down there. If it's a bloody Sunday, he closes, the bastard. I told him, get some staffing. I want chips on Sunday, yeah? What am I doing? Oh, yeah, chips. All the chips, it's new potatoes, lovely. Like onion vinegar, oh yes, please. At last, I've got my portion of chips. Get on, bloody gorgeous. Forgotten the drink. Go for the other process again.
In the food centre, a can of Maker's Mark and a doner kebab, smoke 10 fags. Oi, oi, oi. Do ya? Oi, oi. Yeah. Get in the full cortina, I'll tell that ball and chain. You put my dinner on, I'll be back soon. Going down to the local boozer. You know I love my roast potatoes. You just put it in the gravy too. And don't you burn them this time, or fucking do ya? Can you see a man, bad dog? No one else, I should have bleeding fluffy white Peruvian. I got a geezer coming down in a speedboat all the way from Oslo, Sweden, straight to the bando. I need this bed here for less than a kilo. Got a pastry bird in it with me, big bloody kids, I had a feeling. Only problem being that she's 63, so they ain't right down to her knees now. I'm a wheeler dealer, fucking geezer. Know you in the end, put you in a coma, don't need a reason. I'm harder than a bloke, climbing the Everest wearing a pair of Speedos. My ball's so big that they ain't right down to me ankles. Bass together like two bells ringing out the bloody national anthem. God save the Queen, I'll pop in the nugget with a nunchuck, send her to see Dr. Martin. First class down to the abyss, boss, habit ringing like the old Big Ben. Standing in a boozer, 20 pints into doner kebabs. I'm a hard cunt, chased by 100 super kings. See a warpole open up right in front of me. He'll walk up a penguin pop on food, looking for Peruvian. I'm the man that you wanna see. I've got a geezer coming down in a speedboat all the way from Oslo, Sweden, straight to the bando. And I don't sell less than a kilo. Penguin said he was going to Canberra, nice. He loves a nutty magnum, so I told him that's enough, son. I'll fucking do ya.
Woke up in the bando, don't know what the time is. Open a can of Stella, it's time for the violence. He likes super kings, and they like burly bombers, only the finest. We're more govern off a country, don't get jumpy, you meet my pumpy. Try and get gobby, get jacked like Scrumpy. Leave you like toting me out with a mesh all lumpy. Don't like it, screw ya, or fucking do ya. Used to walk around town with a loaded Luger. Now I got a cannon in the back of the transit. Booyah! Catch me down my local boozer, grafting coins out of a fruit machine. Calling in me hand of a random me shooter. Boosting trackers at JD Sports and my nephew scooter. A bow round town, catch me down Hackney, squeezing hooters, sucking on melons, big bazookas. Give me your auntie's number, I'll bonk her too. I'll fucking do ya. Wiggle pickers on my feet, I'm a looker and a mover. Short in kilos of kilos, wrote a book on manoeuvres. Screws don't know what I do, I'm a nuisance. Coming through with a pie and mash in me head. Grey Goose and an hit flash, quick solutions.
Standing in a boozer, 20 pints into doner kebabs. I'm a hard cunt, chased by 100 super kings. See a warpole open up right in front of me. He'll walk up a penguin pop on food, looking for Peruvian. I'm the man that you wanna see. I got a geezer coming down in a speedboat all the way from Oslo, Sweden, straight to the bando. And I don't sell less than a kilo. Penguin said he was going to Canberra, nice. He loves a nutty magnum, so I told him that's enough, son. I'll fucking do ya.
Oi, cunt cake, taking the piss, better run, mate. Big lamp like you, get spun, get done, get thumbed straight. You'll have no teeth left, won't need Colgate. Better take a deep breath, like Mr. Lee, Northern Mangy. Spitting 16s on a weekend, spitting bars in a boozer. You a tit, you a cunt, you a mug, you a loser. But if you need a plug, I'm your man. Get your money out, you're a beggar, not a chooser. I'm a vicious abuser, kebab in me head, doing wheelies on my scooter. Now fuck off before I do ya. Fuck off, 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 fuck off,
Fucking old cunts, shite, mate.
Look at that, they fucking
fucking like who they think they are, mate.
What is it, fucking scared now, are they?
Fucking cunts, mate.
Oi, cunt.
Oh, what's up, mate? See, fucking talking to
Who do you
me.
think I'm fucking
Don't
talking
fucking
to?
talk to me like that. We're a proper band, us, mate.
Hey, you put that fucking penguin in the
We're
cupboard
nearly
one
on
more
top of
time.
that shit, mate.
Pull your
So.
fucking ears off.
Alright, mate, calm down. Calm
You
down.
can't.
Keep your
That's my
shit on.
fucking best customer. Ain't fighting little penguin. You might be a little fucking midget in a little fucking penguin costume,
Right,
but that's my
mate,
best
mate,
fucking
calm
customer.
down.
Alright?
Right, we're not gonna touch the penguin.
You leave him alone, or you'll be fucking zapping your fucking Stella through a fucking straw, you scared cunts.
Alright, mate. We won't touch the penguin again, mate. Alright. I promise. Alright. Have a good night, mate. Have a good night.
Big bad Lord Jehovah of the Old Testament calls me his prodigal son, the one he wishes that he had. I bring the smite, the venom, the bile, the fury, taking pride and pleasure. It's more than a drop to me, this ain't a game that you're getting to half-heartedly. You either out stacking body parts with big body counts, or you wonder, run, motherfucker, run. Lady Luck hadn't been too kind to me at the time. Since hooking up with that bitch I used to fuck doggy style with her cowgirl, hands tied behind her back, of mine whipped around the neck, caged up, you silver plug up my butt off my nut and class A, strutting about in high heels. They say that romance is dead. Unfortunate you call that terrible middle class vibers, talking mortgages and ISIS pension schemes, best schools for kids of mine trapped forever in a maze of social niceties and ladders that she thought needed climbing back, scratching brown nose and rubbing shoulders, bending over backwards. I didn't like the sound of this one bit and did the only humane thing, put her out of her misery, took a hold upon her neck, serrated blade held close. Always prided myself on having a steady grip of a cutthroat barber. Guess the passion got the better, sliced across the jugular, blood spraying everywhere. She couldn't die without a scene, but I guess she really did me a great favour, cause it was there I got my first taste for that red stuff. On my way home, chewing on that wedding ring finger, a great vision came upon me. This universe was merely rearranged energy, so what better way to be close to the Lord than taking his creations and rearranging them into works of art in his honour. Oh Lord Jehovah, you are so great.
Son, it's your father Jehovah. I know about a place where you can go to farm over body parts you need, touch and hold them. I can lead you to a portal in the underside, creep through and plunder guys. Bring back the human textures, apply them to your artistry. Let your father guide you, I got coordinates, it's hard to see. Longitude and latitude, 666 rotating 6 degrees. We're part of a vortex, like Moses did the Red Sea. I heard a fable about a penguin on the underside who thinks it's me. Strike him down with a cane if you're able, cable tie him to a tree. Give him 100 lashings, leave the rest to me. I'll take my time, teach him a lesson about blasphemy. Misguided fool, Satan's tool, as a matter of fact, is actually a product of his environment, a glitching a fabric fallacy. Artificial, non-factual, abominable atrocity. Get there before he starts hatching a plot to flee.
Big bad Lord Jehovah of the Old Testament, father figure, grats for the tips on finding easy prey, raw materials and victims for another abstract masterpiece, taking that penguin apart piece by piece. Well, that's the least I can do, you don't have to ask. Impersonating a deity, that's the worst of the worst. My main concern really regards the fact that reaching that quasi-mythic underside requires a quite horrific journey straight up Jehovah's backside. Yes, his arse, his bile, his fury and the pungent digestive problems that he suffered from. Holy blockages, it means the journey's worse than purgatory. Say he can shut out entire galaxies and universes on his more creative days, put that bury orifice. But the fact is that the Lord's great arsehole is the only entrance, a portal to reach dimensions manifold, strangely absent from the original scriptures, or else the victim of a mistranslation. Some suggest it's not hell that's the home to Satan, but the deep bowels of the Lord himself, colon, intestines and anus, as he sits to pass another galactic-sized BC.
Yes, well, I mean, yeah, it is all about the work, the art. I don't bother with the whole gallery thing. Their monetary values are meaningless, you know. To me, they're all priceless, but then that final piece is just a byproduct of the process, you know. It's the journey that counts, the destination and the relevancy. And that's a pointer on a map of direction that you're heading in. And I could equally flush the body parts down the toilet rather than arrange them on the canvas, but probably block up the
and so that's one of the points that I wanted to cover.
Yes.
Your relationship with your father Jehovah, I mean your adopted father,
Yes.
sort of spiritual father. He sort of, how would you say that relationship has affected your whole central philosophy, this whole life-death cycle that is so central to your work?
Well, I mean, you're quite right. It is where the century.
as we find ourselves in the midst of yet another bar brawl. Nothing good could come of it, but no one could predict the raucous events which would unfold. Fasten your seatbelts.
Two worlds collide on the tip of a knife's edge. Now who would have thought that a small tall guy and a spider with the head of a human who swore a lot would be the catalyst to crisis? But when you drift to the underside, there's no telling who, where, when or what the price is. The seasons change only in your mind. Life's gone at the roll of a dice quiz. As a hunter stood finally face to face, another dark cloud hung in the sky. Could be a fight to the death, plays a pain, thrill, fear in my eyes. For in this realm anything could happen, no such thing as surprise. Yells, cries, thunder and rhyme, spells trickle to the dark side, plunder and shine. The air was tense, cut to the chase, slice with sickles and scythes. Slice it in the slivers and triple the prize. Just before hunter tried to pick on my hide, an iridescent yellow blast of light filled up the sky. A warp hole opened up, you could almost reach and tickle inside. But then two more blasts, a boom and a crash on the floor, two fighting, wriggling guys. What the fuck?
Come here, you little bastard.
Flabbergasted, a mad old guy in a 3-foot penguin fighting like it's Kill Bill 3 remastered. I'm plastered, flee backwards for going hammer and tongue, going ain't going batshit. But old guy just popped a backflip.
Jackie Chan taught me that on a mattress.
For that he got a smack in the gob from a penguin, gave his fat lip a fat lip. Knuckles in action, shit's flying everywhere once again. Fracas in fractions, bloodlust satisfaction. Pepper penguins packing a punch with his pepper in action. Trading blows back and forth, no end to the madness.
I used to fight bigger birds than you on a Friday night when I was plastered.
Said the old guy as he's gathering traction, popping out his jab, getting into the action. But then the warp hole opened, yeah, another distraction, another distraction.
Shot forth from the anus of Jehovah came a serial killer, an adopted kin, Christ delinquent brother and a kiss. The outsider wire is splattered like a Jackson Pollock onto the canvas, accompanied by the trumpeting anthem of the holy arse as it defecated through 11 manifold dimensions. Picture a black hole, you're halfway there yet nowhere near, conceiving the Lord's non-localized anus, existing at all points in time and space simultaneous, relaxing as it brought a 6-foot psychopath straight into the action. Won't find that in Michelangelo's Last Judgment, no frescoes of the creator appearing al fresco. But here though there's a great disrespect for convention, religious dogmas, always falling victim in the underside, where Pingu the penguin's having a fist fight in a saloon bar with an only gent who suffers from vascular dementia. Hands up what you find the most offensive. God's hairy cracker and impaired OAP punching a penguin. Warning, exposure to these ideas means you may have been corrupted by the sick imagination of whoever wrote this. On top of that, two gunslingers, one full of anger, seeking vengeance, eye for an eye, in this case more a whole head to compensate for the one he lost to a too short fella flying through a window after he spent the morning decapitating a 10-foot spider with light shouting out, "Fuck off, you cunt, toss up, wanker." A spider without etiquette, or maybe one just with Tourette's, keeping his block strands from unraveling his light spinning plates in zero gravity. It's not that it ain't easy, it's fucking impossible. So ladies and gentlemen, I hand you over to my esteemed colleague, Mr. Lee.
Why thank you. Grandad and Pingu continue going hammer and tongs. I'm sat at a bar with a beer and a bong, still shocked to the way that they're carrying on. But as you're well aware, a new player entered the fray, put himself in the song, fired out at Jehovah's shoot straight into the action. He's eyeing up Pingu in a menacing fashion, but Grandad's not having it, he's far from relaxing.
He's mine, flattening the little fucker's my satisfaction.
But relaxing decorum, he makes up a passion, might smash him.
If you want a piece of him, you'll have to go for me, you long tooth freakish funny looking bastard.
But the artist wasn't scared of a geriatric has been limbering up for aggressive party crashing, pulls out a shiny silver blade on a pocket watch chain from a waistcoat, looking ready for slashing. Steps to Grandad, the old chap slaps him, big red hand mark on the side of his face. The artist starts laughing, sounding manic and a flashy attacks quick. Fist claret spraying everywhere, Bill grabs his own throat but it's too late. Vision blurs, now he can't see for shit, he's fading fast quick past the end of a rope, gone way past drastic. Drops to his knees and withers like a burnt out matchstick.
I love you, Keith. Did I ever tell you about the time I was fighting a penguin with a dog on my head with a full pack of biscuits? It was a classic. Oh, what's that like? Oh, I feel all warm. Is that you, Mum? Hey, what's that tunnel? Hey, I'm gonna go down that tunnel. And I go now. Had a lovely day. I'll see you all later. Ta-da!
It's Yeah.
Oh, I can see myself as a boy again. Did I ever tell you about that? Did I ever tell you about when I was a lad? When I was lad, didn't mess with beats like this. No analog, no digital, we get old tin lid and twat back with a stick.
Oh, I knew this would come.
When I was a lad, if we wanted a basic kick, we'd get an old mule and a skate and fill it half full of shit and get donkey to boot it a bit. When I was lad, I walked 70 miles to school in my Mercedes and eat without a drink and walk backwards just for a laugh. And when I got back, I'd do a 12-hour shift down pit in a blindfold with an hand tied behind my back with a dog on my head just 'cause my retard twat.
No, you know.
I just gave me world, big granddad. Tell me about it, makes me sad. I just gave me world, big granddad. If I could, go back. I just gave me world, big granddad. Listen to me, I'm telling you facts. I just gave me world, big granddad.
I was a granddad when I was a lad.
When I was a youth, used to get pissed up on vodka, 90 proof, and an empty stomach, held it down, never ever spewed. When I was a youth, had a black belt in kung fu, learning a book. I'd give a fat lip to anyone with a loose gob and was to get rude. When I was a youth, if I had a problem, I'd stand and stare at the moon for about 10 minutes, maybe 15, then I'd know what to do. When I was a youth, if anyone stopped and asked for way, I'd give them a detailed map, piece by piece, and send them a Timbuktu. I just gave me world, big granddad.
Tell me about it, makes me sad.
I just gave me world, big granddad.
If I could, go back.
I just gave me world, big granddad.
Listen to me, I'm telling you facts.
I just gave me world, big granddad.
I was a granddad when I was a lad.
When I was a young'un, I'd be a rabbit in a foot race. Piece of piss, didn't break a sweat, weren't even running. When I was young and had 17 jobs from barrister to beekeeper, and every second Tuesday I'd help out with plumber.
Lying bastard.
When I was a young and my mum used to call me a grubby little bugger, wash me in my sink every Wednesday, shower cap on her red, wearing gloves made of rubber. Every day when I was a young and I'd go through 4 bags of onion, preferred it to chili, you could always smell me coming. I just gave me world, big granddad.
Tell me about it, makes me sad.
I just gave me world, big granddad.
If I could, go back.
I just gave me world, big granddad.
Listen to me, I'm telling you facts.
I just gave me world, big granddad.
I was a granddad when I was a lad.
When I was a nipper, I had first pair of Nike slippers. Nike weren't even invented yet, but I saw in a vision after a bag of shrooms, little day tripper. When I was a nipper, used to eat raw liver for breakfast, lunch and dinner. They call me Iron Man, chat about blood, punch him in my nose, always delivered. When I was a nipper, I'd go abroad to smuggle Charlie, sewn up in a fish, but I got grassed up, that's where they got the frizz, stitched up like a kipper. When I was a nipper, I'd grip like a python, and quick on the trigger, fit as a trout and shoot an arrow, straight as an arrow, stand and deliver.
I just gave me world, big granddad. Tell me about it, makes me sad.
I just gave me world, big granddad.
If I could, go back.
I just gave me world, big granddad.
Listen to me, I'm telling you facts.
I just gave me world, big granddad.
I was a granddad when I was a lad.
When I was a boy, I was travelling world, didn't care about football, toys and girls, too busy collecting rocks, smuggling pearls and knocked off jukebox. I know it sounds absurd, it's not what you know, it's what you heard. Man, I knew you say I was wrong, lad, but you got away with words. I never took them anywhere, silly old bird. I'd spread my wings and fly like turds. When I was a boy, didn't go to school to learn. I went for the free milk and free germs, kicking off in playgrounds, shouting at birds, shouting at teachers, shouting at worms. Get lost in the days of the orange light, watch the Bunsen burn. I just gave me world, big granddad.
Tell me about it, makes me sad.
I just gave me world, big granddad.
If I could, go back.
I just gave me world, big granddad.
Listen to me, I'm telling you facts.
I just gave me world, big granddad.
I was a granddad when I was a lad.
When I was a lad, I used to sit at the back of my foot, scrumpy jack and a flask and smash, reading my blackboard one eye closed, they were class. Wish I could go back every day on my last soup and chips for lunch, and a fag in the back of the bike sheds with the art teacher and his lass. Sitting on firearms without breaking glass, sharing bifters, puff pass, but the PE teacher was a bit of a pervert, wrong and he put a little splash of shower gel in your head so you had to go in so we could look at your ass. Good job we didn't have camera phones back then, one twat. Did I ever tell you about a time I went down Canvas Sands with my mate Keith? That slap of the missus of his called Sandra. We had a lovely time.
And so, ladies and gentlemen, we have reached a critical junction in this evening's entertainment, that climactic moment of conflict resolution. Mr. Lee and myself would like to take this opportunity to thank you all for attending, and we sincerely hope You have enjoyed the twists and turns, the colourful verbal somersaults on our surreal, sickening spectacle, circus carnival extraordinaire, this richly imaginative reenactment of the age-old hero's journey. Now it's Pingu's turn to shine, claim his throne, enter left, centre stage, rightful place, become that which he has always known himself to be, was, forever will be. Now in this moment of need and crisis, he must recognise and start to own it, his essence, true self, divine creator of all that abounds. Remember from whence he came, who he is, what he did, create, step up to the plate, not simply Pingu the penguin, but Pingu the magic maker of greatness infinite from the underside, and all which multiplies from it by orders of magnitude. Our humble hero ventured forth from a world of commonplace, West Croydon to Camber Sands, before stepping out of the known and familiar through dimensional portals into a place of supernatural wonder. Fabulous forces there encountered. Decisive victory must be won over a foe and nemesis, the outsider artist no less. For our hero must return from this great adventure with lessons learned and inward growth, new powers and wisdom to bestow upon his followers. Pingu the penguin, mind diagnosed, magnificent, manic, creative, scrambled brainwaves, sending shockwaves, causing dissonance, mad, unpredictable Pingu moments here on the underside, where manifold dimensions go up, outwards, branching sideways, tree of life. Pingu opens his mouth, gives birth to words and language, waves of sound that pass on through, resonate, make shapes, create realms of the imaginal. Pingu's law, Pingu rules over all with verse and chronicle, swims in pools of what is probable, died reborn infinite times in oceans of the possible. Pingu is the resurrection, way in the light. He will write the realest shit that you ever did see, truest words that you ever read, both spit the rawest bars that you ever heard spoke, greatest stories that you ever heard told. Who you know what words and verse like his, at these levels and these depths, he squeezed that pen so hard it turned his body black white, yin and yang, then he let go of that pen and the pen just go and write itself so lyrical. Pingu the rock copper, hip hop penguin icon, so laid back that he don't even take flight. Those wings are there to accessorize and deep dives to the infinite. You talking to me? Well, there ain't nobody else here, so I guess you must be talking to me. You talking to me? Well, there ain't nobody else here, so I guess you must be talking to me. You talking to me? Well, there ain't nobody else here, so I guess you must be talking to me. You're an idea, full moment of reflection popping into my head for an instant, then you're gonna get barely remembered, lost in the midst of time. You're an idea, full moment of reflection popping into my head for an instant, then you're gonna get barely remembered, lost in the midst of time. Fierce opponent, the outsider artist would not be easily defeated. Rage consumed, vengeful fires ignited within. He must destroy everything and reimagine in his own hand. He found himself able to visualize his dark brooding, pure and clear, powers unnaturally strong, able to summon, call forth, manifest in physical form, demons, monsters that had dwelled within, disembodied victims who had sacrificed, abstract, shaking with a rageful intent, clouds of dust whipped up all around his own little storm, the most nightmarish faces of screaming victims, a vivid portrait of his own private madness. They would fight his army of darkness and rip this bastard bird to pieces in the name of the Father, the Son, tormented demons. Talking to me? Well, there ain't nobody else here, so I guess you must be talking to me. You talking to me? Well, there ain't nobody else here, so I guess you must be talking to me. You talking to me? Well, there ain't nobody else here, so I guess you must be talking to me. You're an idea, full moment of reflection popping into my head for an instant, then you're gonna get barely remembered, lost in the midst of time. You're an idea, full moment of reflection popping into my head for an instant, then you're gonna get barely remembered, lost in the midst of time.
At a point where I pick it up, it's getting kinda sticky from a little punk knot, but I think is a cunt, cause Grandad gave his life to defending. Cause of his hairstyle, love of the Sex Pistols, Travis become mind state. Stick him in a crowd at a class concert, he blending. As funny as he looks, never judge a book by his cover. The powers that he's got are mind bending. Not that the artist cares, doesn't give two fucks. I believe in fallacies and prophecies of penguins. Only scorn, born of the wisdom his old dad lent him. It's time for him to meet his maker, go back to the one that sent him. Chop him down, splash, splash, body parts of my canvas. An abstract vision of heaven and hell and the underside that he dwells in. My masterpiece, I see it now, my legacy, set in stone in Jehovah's gallery. It's a path I've been blessed with. Gonna take my time, gonna take it slow, drip drop. Need to extract every colour from my palette, but the little cretins lending. A multitude of feelings, textures, colours. Pole starts racing, the thought of blending. Piece by piece, gonna break him down. Screaming to hell, I'll send him. End of procrastination, the artist steps to the penguin, holding the same shiny blade on a pocket watch chain. The granddad saw him, reflection of the artist sighing, a fraction of a second as he felled him. Duality multiplied, feel like we're getting very close to the ending. His arm strikes up from his side, time slows down, fabric's bending. Must be the power of a penguin. Comes unstuck cause he's off his nut, can't harness the power he's blessed with. Need to ride this sound that the forms he created. Mere mortals, only skill that is left with. Cause of the brief time shift, the artist missed by a pen's width. But the penguin showed no pretending. The artist is wide, connects with a kick with the power of hell's wind. Pingu spinning back, wings flapping like an engine. Crumpled on the floor, helpless. Pingu draws all his strength, falls into a trance, remembering words that were never said by a wise man in the temple of a temptress.
To take this guy, go be relentless. Slide as fast as you can on your belly, take his legs, then peck the eyes out his head with precision of a dentist.
With that, Pingu jumps to his feet, boosts off a wall through his threat and upends him. The artist dumbfounded, laid on the floor, yelling for Jehovah, no time for repenting. Pingu's pecking like a pneumatic drill, blood spraying everywhere, creating a fine tapestry, written in massage like poetry. What a fitting ending, splendid. He's the divine creator, didn't want to kill, didn't want to do it, but his hand was forced by the demon sent to end him. It was already written in the scriptures, products of his own inventing. What is will be and always remains, no time for pretending. Are we the end or is it the start? No way to decipher, opinion surrendered. The artist struggles to no avail as the last drop of life leaks from his frame. Back to the bowels of hell with his eyes picked out, he'll send him. That's what his ban is. Pingu flips him over, goes to work on his temples, the last bit of damage. A gasp and a scream from my eyes, no hope, only panic. As the hell gates open, his ending's tragic. But in a twist of fate, he becomes the masterpiece that he so desired. What magic, the texture striking, colours of death. He the stencil of his last work, beautiful, tragic. Drawn by the beat divine, you're an idea, a thought, a moment of reflection, popping into my head for an instant, then you're gonna get lost in the mist of time. As he slips slides away towards a tunnel of fire, no quiet round of applause, only giggles of mischief transpire to guide his path into the belly of the beast for eternal hell and torment atop the fire. As it happens, Pingu starts to glow and levitate, his true form realised, no one higher, no one higher. All hail Pingu, no one higher. All hail Pingu, no one higher.
Oh, Pingu, magic maker, divine creator. Oh, Pingu, the magic maker, divine creator.
He's not your average rock hopper with a habit, a Travis Bickle fanatic. No, he is greatness infinite, the magic maker, divine creator of the underside and all that multiplies from it by orders of magnitude, including, ladies and gentlemen, your very own reality. You, this planet, this galaxy, one amongst billions of galaxies within a universe itself. Just one of billions, most likely infinite realities and timelines stretching forever, so it really makes numbers irrelevant, suggesting limits when there are none. Matter spiraling downwards, multiplies dimensions, dissipate, timelines recur, endless rippling. We are merely waves or particles, both or neither, decimals in a pi equation to which there is no ending. The ratio of a circle's circumference to its diameter, stretching infinite. Two mirrors turned inward, images diminishing, shrinking, echoing. Similes lose resolution, lightness to the one original as they branch into ever more tributaries. Each of us entwined dancers in a cosmic ballet, cast silhouette shadows on a cave, move back and forth in a beautiful dynamic interplay. This is pure creation. Pingu gave us sound and sound we turned to language. With language we went out and made these worlds upon worlds upon worlds. Pingu the penguin, the magic maker, divine creator. Oh, Pingu, 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 Pingu the penguin, the penguin, the magic maker, divine creator. He stood on the water's edge and he opened up his mouth. Then came the sound of pure potential. Hitting the water, sound turned word to language. Language told stories over and over, ad infinite, every combination like a fingerprint. No two ever quite alike. Propagate, pollinate, populate, scattered in many dimensions across all the time and space. From a place of the eternal, Pingu jumped into the water. Wished to live amongst his creations, reborn over and over in his ocean, forming a wave, then dissipate back to the source in an endless cycle of reincarnation. Eternally, Pingu is I as I is you, and you are Pingu. We are Pingu too. Pingu of the past, the present, the future. Pingu forever rising from the ashes, always born anew. Pingu is 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 Pingu.
I'm Pingu. Been that way since the wind blew. Everything the wind touches is Pingu. True from alive, that's Pingu. The evil that man do, that's Pingu too. true. Every cell moving within you, Pingu. Every breath, every tissue, every speck of biological matter, Pingu. He's the light shining deep within you, Pingu. More than a spark of light or a symbol, Pingu. Simple, recite his holy name, Pingu. Rejoice in the joy that it brings you, Pingu. Triumph and tragedy burns deep within you, is Pingu. Pingu, 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 Pingu.
He's not just a thing, Boston. He's around with everything, really. Now, the seas, the trees, the fields, the plants.
Now I've seen the light now. I realise that the Pingu made everything.
Now Pingu manifests in many different ways in every dimension. But from time to time he comes back to his true form, help guide the way. While he's swimming in the sea of his own suggestion, it could never be unseen. He moulded a boat to legs and see himself mirror back infinite reflections. Fabric of everything self-corrects and stitched deep in the algorithm. Seed of life under his protection. Seed of life, he birthed it all. Pingu, hear the call, free from strife. Pingu, hail the name, follow his magic, feel his pain. Pingu burns forever, an eternal flame. Pingu, 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 Pingu.
When you think about it, it's actually the answer to every question that's ever been asked. To be honest, I didn't really like him at first. I thought he was a little bastard. But it's worth sacrificing yourself. It is the rule of everything. I knew when dreams that I was having about penguins had something a bit more deep-rooted to him. I love that penguin.
And so, ladies and gentlemen, we've reached that most bittersweet moment of the evening, where we must sadly part ways.
Exactly, mate.
On behalf of Mr. Lee and myself, we would like to say what an utter privilege it has been to share this moment of space and time with you.
Mr.
And for your wonderful support and appreciation, you will of course all be directed through the gift shop on your way out, where we ask that you spend with complete abandon.
Weird's going on.
My own particular favourite gift is the Bish Boss guest who shit in the driving special edition once for the average great party fun.
Oh, it's banging on about.
Being the perennial entertainers that we are, we welcome to the stage one last time the wonderful Echoes, who will play their newly released Mr. Rabbit's Guatemalan marching band as you make your way out of the...
At least we'll get away from them old fucking cunts.
Good night, everybody, from me and Mr. Lee. And one last time, we thank you with all our hearts. Ladies and gentlemen, Mr. Rabbit's Guatemalan marching band. Mr. Rabbit's Guatemalan marching band. Mr. Rabbit's Guatemalan marching band, the merry left-wing rebels. Mr. Rabbit's Guatemalan marching band. Mr. Rabbit's Guatemalan marching band, the merry left-wing rebels. Marched them to the top of the hill and then he marched them back down again. Through the Mayan ruins, Sobbins groves, the plains and fields, looking to overthrow the military men ruled from Congress, took control of this banana republic. Central America, just a little south of Mexico. Mr. Rabbit claims leftist Bolshevik, Leninist persuasion, Soviet politic aspirations, mostly because the girl he was deeply involved with shared the same ones too. The truth was he couldn't tell his Marx from his Darwin. Das Kapital from the voyage of the Beagle to the Galapagos, never even looked at Mao Zedong's little red book. Castro supplied the arms and Che Guevara chipped him with some pearls of wisdom. But he was in Bolivia, the last they ever saw of him. Adopted some guerrilla warfare tactics, building bombs from guava droppings to blow up all the general's men. Viva Revolution!
I suppose I better phone all the record again, find out about his fucking visuals. See what, I'll block my fucking number this time. Where's that blower? Fucking ultra echo. That's all I hear, fucking echoes now when I'm trying to phone him. He's fucking sat somewhere off his tits. Fucking soft-wazic. Come on, pick it up, man. Fucking hell, not voicemail again. Come on, pick it up. Hey, Ultra. Hello? Hello, are you there? Hey, I can hear you playing about in the background there. Hey, I can hear you fucking rustling about. What's going on? Hello? Hello? Hey, what the fuck's going on here? Voicemail?
Welcome to the EE voicemail. I'm sorry, but the person you called is
just
not
answered
available.
that.
Please leave your message
What the
after
fuck's
the
going on
tone.
here, mate?
After you finish
He's
your
off his
message, just
fucking
hang
tits.
up.
What's-
Or to hear more options, please press 1.
For fuck's sake.
Nutty Magnum.
Hey, Ultra, I'm calling you. Come on, man, I'm calling you to see what's happening with these fucking visuals. Oh, don't be making it all fucking arty-farty block pie and all that shit.
Fuck the seagulls.
Yeah, all this pingoism, underside bullshit, mate. Warpos, fucking algorithms. People aren't gonna fuck with that, mate. They're not gonna vibe with it. I'm telling you. That fucking outsider artist, that pal of yours. It's got as much charisma as a 3-week-old microwave turd, mate. Right, come on, fella. Come on. Let me cut to the fucking chase with this. Listen, right? It's the real fucking Mr. Lee who's carrying the whole show with all the comedy gold and the witty lines, yeah? That's who people are really gonna fall in love with. It ain't your mad hatter, mate, and all that pish. It's fucking Grandad Bill. Bazza, real people. People that people can really fucking relate to. See, Ultra, that's the thing about people. People like people they know. People aren't gonna give a flying Kentucky fried fuck pig about whatever crazy shit you've dreamt up while you're driving about in your fucking van off your tits. Yeah? They want lovable characters with predictable catchphrases. People who they can understand, yeah? Something they can relate to. Something easy to digest. Everybody knows a soft cunt like Bazza don't work or don't boozer. Yeah? Don't leave me hanging, mate. Come on, get back to me.
Mr. Rabbit's Guatemalan marching band. Mr. Rabbit's Guatemalan marching band. Maybe laughing with